Okay, let's talk about Albemarle. You know, the undisputed king of lithium. The guys who make the one thing our entire electric future is built on. So why on earth, at the peak of the EV revolution, does it look like they're slamming on the brakes?
And that's the big paradox we're going to unpack today, right? On the one hand, the world is screaming for more batteries. Demand should be going to the moon. But on the other, the lithium market itself is in an absolute freefall. And the biggest player is retreating? Well, not exactly. This isn't a retreat. This is a cold, calculated move to win the long game.
So, first things first, let's set the scene. To really get what Albemarle's doing, you have to understand the pain out there. The whole industry is nursing a brutal hangover from a multi-year party, and it's created a classic business nightmare.
Here is the nightmare in the simplest terms. Imagine you run a coffee shop. The cost of your coffee beans, your electricity, your rent, it's all going up. At the exact same time, what people are willing to pay for a cup of coffee has been slashed by over 80%. That's it. That's the squeeze. Their costs are climbing, but the price they can sell their product for has completely fallen off a cliff.
And you can see this pain right on the books. Now, adjusted EBITDA is just a fancy Wall Street term for how much cash the business is actually making. And for their battery division, that number fell 8%. Now get this, it fell even while they were selling more lithium. Just think about that. That's how brutal this price collapse is. They're literally working harder for less money.
So, what do? Panic? Start chasing bad deals? No, what Albemarle did instead was execute this incredibly disciplined, three-part hibernation strategy. And honestly, it's a masterclass in how to navigate a vicious downturn.
Step 1, you have to stop the bleeding. So they got strategic about which factories they kept running. They took their newer, more expensive processing plants in places like Australia and China and put them into care and maintenance. Just think of it like putting a factory into a deep sleep. You're not tearing it down, you're just pausing it. It stops burning through cash right now, but it's ready to wake up the second prices look good again.
And we are not talking about small potatoes here. This wasn't just trimming the edges. This move, along with some other restructuring, carved out nearly $500 million in yearly costs. They completely re-engineered the business to not just survive, but to actually thrive in a low-price world.
Now you might be wondering, wait, how can you just shut down your newest plants? Well, you can only pull off a move like that if you're holding some seriously good cards. You need an ace up your sleeve. And for Albemarle, they've got two.
And this, right here, is their superpower. Their best assets are some of the lowest-cost lithium producers on the entire planet. It's like running a marathon where you get to start 10 miles ahead of everybody else. While their competitors are literally losing money on every pound of lithium they produce, Albemarle's best assets are still making a comfortable profit.
This is their one-two punch. In Chile, they have the Salar de Atacama. They basically use these giant ponds and the power of the sun to get lithium from saltwater. It's incredibly efficient. Then you've got their mine in Australia, Greenbushes, which is one of the richest, highest-grade lithium rock deposits in the world. Having both gives them a cost advantage and a flexibility that the rivals can only dream about.
Okay, so you've got your operations running lean, focusing only on your best stuff. What's the final piece of the puzzle? You build a fortress, a financial fortress, because in a downturn like this, cash isn't just king, it's the whole kingdom.
And man, have they built one. They are sitting on a massive pile of cash. They're even adding to it by selling off a business that isn't core to their main lithium mission. This war chest, it gives them the power to outlast absolutely everybody, and the freedom to keep investing while everyone else is just trying to keep the lights on.
So you put all these pieces together, the operational discipline, the secret weapons, the financial fortress, what do you get? Well, we see it as a coiled spring. They are deliberately absorbing all this market pressure, getting leaner, building tension, just waiting to explode forward the moment things turn around.
Here at HDIN Research, we actually have a term for this. We call it defensive growth, and it's a super important idea. This isn't just about hunkering down and surviving. It's about playing defense now, protecting your cash, protecting how much money you make, so that you have the strength to play explosive offense and just grab market share when the good times come back.
And get this, even their sustainability goals are part of this hard-nosed strategy. Their plan to use way less fresh water in the Chilean desert, that's not just some feel-good PR move. No, it's a brilliant business decision that protects their single most important, lowest-cost asset from risk for decades. It actually makes their competitive advantage stronger.
So if you're going to remember one thing from all this, it's this. Every single move Albemarle is making right now is about preserving their world-class assets and protecting their ability to turn a profit no matter how crazy the market gets.
So in the end, this isn't hibernation. Not at all. It's a calculated rebuild. It's about letting this brutal market storm wash away all the weaker competition, while you're in the background, sharpening your tools, reinforcing your fortress, and building a leaner, meaner machine that is ready to absolutely dominate when the cycle turns. Now, believe it or not, we've really only scratched the surface of what's going on here. If you want to see our full financial deep dive, the detailed cost analysis, and our projections for when this cycle might finally turn, well, here's how you get the whole picture.
To get the kind of deep dive analysis that goes way beyond the headlines, just visit our website at hdresearch.com. Or if you want a taste of what we do, just shoot a quick email to our team at sales@hdresearch.com and ask for a free sample. We'll help you understand the real stories the numbers are telling.